Welcome to Backbreaking News, episode 307. Wow. We're pretty deep into the series now. 307 episodes. This is by far the longest series on this channel, and this started in 2021. This series started in 2021 just so I could talk. But as I said, this series will still be happening. But if you want longer form videos, if you want to see 30 minutes of me talking and yapping, as I said, around next year I'm going to start doing a new series called Let's Talk About That, where basically I just yap and yap and yap and yap. If you like to hear me yap, it's going to be an interesting time with you. It's going to be it's going to be more serious than Backbreaking News, where this is where I would share my opinions in a normal voice, instead of acting crazy all the time, essentially. Backbreaking News is kind of like, let's say, it was my way of kind of taking a dig at the news. I called it Backbreaking News because I'll explain that actually a little bit later on in the video. No, I'm just going to say it now. The reason why it's called Backbreaking News is I named it because, first of all, I hate news, and hearing Backbreaking News gets people to click on the video because it's kind of interesting. It was my genius way of trying to say maybe people think this would actually be news and just me yapping and being funny. Because I generally do not like the news, and because I think it's evil, and I want to make something called Backbreaking News fun. You know, it was my dig at the news. I wanted to create something funny and enjoyable instead of serious and talking about death, war, and stuff. And actually talking about real life news. Okay, but today's question is, today's hypothetical questions. This is Cookie King 73, and today we're going to be doing part 73 of the hypothetical question. It's not 73, 77. Whoa, I was very far off. And today's question is, would you rather be famous or wise? Now, wise is a good option here, but so is fame. Famous, it depends what you're famous for. What are you famous for is the question I have. The first thing I would do to consider this is what am I famous for. Am I famous for doing what I'm doing now? Am I famous for, winning a singing competition somehow? Or am I famous for something in wrestling somehow? I would love to, maybe be a manager or something and not have to. I think I'm an excellent talker sometimes. Just give me material and I'm very good at talking. Am I famous for voice acting? I kind of like to do funny voices. See, I could also make my voice go very deep. And this would be a good idea. I can also talk like this for maybe like a villain character. It just depends what you want. I don't know why I did that stupid little laugh, but the question is, am I wise or am I wise? Like, am I wise like wit? Like I could come back at whatever someone says, like, you're an idiot, and then I'm like, you want me to tell you what you are? You're a Blingenborgen. I don't know what I just said, because I just made it up in my head. Am I that kind of wise, or am I like smart wise? Am I a wise guy or wise smart? Because both of them, wise could be both, and famous could be for anything. So But I would pick, more generally, I think that I'd much rather be, I would say, wise. I would say I would rather be famous. No, actually famous, because good there's a good reason why I would want to be famous compared to wise. And that's because when you're famous, people care a lot about what you say. And I always send out, I think, very good messages. I like to say, I think I spread a positive message, And I think me being famous, it could spread, worldwide. I would encourage people to make people laugh, even, or tell jokes, or, do something to make someone smile, even if it's just one day, because who knows what that person's going through. That one thing you did could save one life that day. You never know. As I say, you never know in life. So why waste it? Do good in life. That's my goal in life, to make people laugh and happy. And I have my own other goals, but that is one of my majority of my goals. I also spread very positive messages towards everyone. I think everyone is equal in their own right. To me, I feel like, I would think I would do things in a positive light, But with famous, I have more reach out there, and maybe there's someone who connects with my opinions, Goodbye.